turning it up on Rapid FM 96.5. The sound of your city.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drip. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this? And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example are they showing as leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of the family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian.
That's right.
Imagine a gender equal world, a world free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination. A world that's diverse, equitable, and inclusive. A world where difference is valued and celebrated. They come with strength. They are brilliant, intelligent. They can assist in any capacity. They have the vigor and what it takes to turn things around. I'm talking about women around the world. A very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. Interestingly, today, 8th March 2024, is International Women's Day. My name is Moses Ben. Yes, with that, I would not have been here. Incorruptible Sam, a very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint.
Yeah, good morning to you, Moses Ben. Women, they are important actually. I wish they would know how important they are. So that they
just at times I feel that most of them forget that angle.
Yeah, they
are
do.
quite essential, quite important.
They are very important, and I want the slogan "Women supporting women." I want it to end at that point.
Is it possible? Is it possible?
At that point of gossip.
Okay.
Let it end up at that point of gossip. Yeah, they will
but
gather.
this is what happens.
Yeah, they will gather and say, hey,
women will present.
You have
women
no
will
head.
present their own affairs to men. This one is happening. And
You
all of
have
those things.
no
You will
head.
be surprised.
That's what,
is this coming from the fold of women?
Definitely. But when it gets to the point of supporting a fellow woman because she's succeeding, you see them going back. Yeah, you see them going back.
Like they don't want the fellow man to come up to the limelight. So that the relevance will not be seen around that woman.
It is that atom of jealousy is there. You don't remove it. Yes. And the earlier they actually start supporting themselves, the better. When your fellow woman is doing well and you're happy, deep down your heart you're happy, wishing her well and not her. Who knows if she's into something I don't know. Anyway, good morning to you, Ben.
But
that's how
you've dragged them out this morning. Please, it's Incorruptible Sam. I'm not the one.
Nah, me they talk. I'm not.
So, Omiko, if you can hear us this morning.
Yes. Madam Omiko.
Nancy, Choma, Chidima, Daisy, Dabrechi, Kacha, and all of that. This is from Sam, not from Moses this morning. Anyway, you see, they gossip themselves.
They know now.
All right, we are looking at that point where women would support women. Given their vibrancy, given their level of intelligence, what they can bring to the table.
Simple.
It's out there. For the fact that they don't bring it in governance or they've not been given the opportunity for it to reflect on the governance of Nigeria. If you go to certain sectors and agencies, you get to understand that most of the drives, achievements, development that have occurred so far are being masterminded and engineered rather by women. They have what it takes. They have the capacity to project things, and it becomes a fruition at the end of the day. So we are using this day to celebrate you people, women. Fine. Very beautiful set of persons in the world. I admire you guys.
Without
you
them.
have the strength without you.
Without them. Benny, go Warriors. This one for them boring.
All right, we also have our colleagues who has joined us again this morning from our newsroom, our correspondent, Kingsley Onwuka. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, listeners. Today is International.
You've not been saying good things about women. I know you for that anyway.
So when you're talking about women supporting women, that is like a big problem and the issue that I'm not sure in the next 10 years is going to resolve, because we got to a point where you see a woman aspiring for a particular position and selected women are supposed to vote or cast their vote, but they want to push the vote to the men. Instead of them to support their fellow women, let them see how.
That's where you see woman leader. They will say, this one is for nadis. They will not mention
and the political parties, apart from a woman leader, I'm not sure a woman is occupying any position like a secretary, assistant secretary, deputy vice chairman. We hardly see that. Then when it comes down to the government level, apart from sometimes we see them in Ministry of Finance, we see them in Ministry of Women Affairs, and I think we see them in the Ministry of Health. Aside that, there is no other ministry women can perform. But we know that all these appointments have to do with political settlement. So the thing is that how many women are out there? How many women are there based on speaking up for the women inclusion, women gender balance, and all that thing? So this is the issue. Imagine in Nigeria Senate, we have 109 senators, but only 4 women that is in the Senate. So that is the issue.
All right. As a matter of fact, you get to see from time to time women agitating and projecting the 35% affirmative action of women inclusivity in the scheme of things in Nigeria. But how realistic has this been, Sam, has been our concern. Therefore, on Standpoint this morning, commemorating the International Women's Day, our focus will be on this day and also looking at women's place in Nigerian governance, but that will be later on our program this morning. Interesting development, Sam, yesterday across geopolitical zones with regard to the Nigerian Labour Congress movement. The Nigerian Labour Congress has proposed 485,000 naira as new minimum wage for workers. The proposal is contained in a position paper presented yesterday at the Northwest Public Hearing on the Tripartite Committee on National Minimum Wage Help at the Coronation Hall, Government House, Kano. Sam, as well or as good as I know, that of the South-South, I believe that one was the... that was beyond every other geopolitical zone. They talked about 850,000 naira, I beg your pardon. Then somewhere in Southwest, it was either below. Okay, that's from the Southwest. Then we have from other region of the country, 470,000 naira and all of that. But we didn't see anyone that was below 400,000 naira. These are different projections from different geopolitical zones in as much as Nigerian Labour Congress is concerned. Different figures altogether. Would this be realistic?
That is the problem. One of the things that actually make them look so unserious as far as federal government is concerned. I think Lagos State, they say 790 something. That now if this is actually something that federal government will do, where are they going to focus? Unless they are talking about the geopolitical zone or states, for example. Now, I also want them to understand that if you're looking at the state level, the money that Abia makes, that's not the same amount Rivers make.
You're very right.
So
given the kind of
the allocation that comes
and so what they generate as internal revenue also.
If they are talking about the labor as a union, are they talking for Abia State chapter, for example? Lagos State, they are saying 700 and something. You say 800 and something somewhere.
Now
here
I believe they are representing geopolitical zones.
This is different. Now, unless they want to make it this geopolitical zone, this is what we are going to take. We don't care what other people are taking. Then they know who to present that. But if everything is now for the federal government to decide, and they have different figures, that makes it look also very unserious.
Where are we even headed for?
That is
as a matter
problem.
Of fact, even the last one, they're talking about either 30,000 or 35,000 minimum wage. Most state governments they've not implemented that. I don't know of Abia State. It's like the last meeting they had with the government of the governor. He projected setting up committee to look into it for its implementation.
Yes.
So they are coming up with this figure again at this point in time. There are states that are yet to implement the 30,000 minimum wage.
Even there is some states that have implemented, but they have not started paying.
It's not been effective.
Yes.
So, and the issue of this minimum wage, the federal government gave an order, and they approved 30,000 minimum wage. But when you take it to the state level, even the state level, they say they can't pay. So I don't know why the last administration did enforce that 30,000 minimum wage. Because if they implement it, we have been seeing other states like Abia State, and the former government they left, they did not implement, and now this government is on board. Very soon we'll be clocking 1 year of this administration, and you're talking about 30,000.
As far as I know, that of the Abia State negotiations have been on.
Even the negotiation, when will they start paying? Because at the end of it, you see, because some other NSC from other states, they are still protesting based on implementation, and when government will start paying the 30,000 minimum wage. I think this is just the issue and the thing we are having in this minimum wage and the NSC of it. So I think NSC as a body should come together, sit with the government, sit with the state government, because these people, they are stakeholders. So you can't just project money that other state government cannot pay. Some state government, they're even finding it difficult to even do some of their own state projects.
Sam, while we are talking about the issue of abduction in Borno State yesterday and killings in Benue State, as if it was something that we didn't anticipate such a thing anyway. Over 280 pupils and teachers of government secondary school and LEA primary school in Kuriga, Kaduna State, were abducted by bandits yesterday, triggering national outrage. Of course, the Jamaatul Nasri Islam, Amnesty International, the Parent Teacher Association of Nigeria, the Nigerian Union of Teachers, and the House of Representatives condemned the attack and asked the government to rescue the victims immediately. The moment I got this news yesterday, what I recalled was what happened in April 2014. That was towards the tail administration of President Goodluck Jonathan. That one was around either 267 Chibok girls that were abducted. Another one again in Kaduna State. It's just the difference here is that one was April and then this is March. You can recall what that meant for the country there under President Goodluck Jonathan. Then under this administration, while we are still struggling with the issue of insecurity, a very big one again. These are school pupils and teachers, Sam.
Yeah, Borno, few days ago. Now, this
Kaduna
one.
State.
Look, the numbers will even get you scared. 280 something. I ask again. These are not goats. They are not dogs that you can actually pack up to 50 dogs in a small truck and move. These are human beings. Now, how do they even start to take these guys one by one, getting to that amount, and they will escape without anybody noticing? It's almost a year now for the federal government that will tell us give them time. They are just into the office. Tinubu attacked NLC the other day. If they want to become if they want to contest, they should form a political party and
wait for 2027,
joking, making mockery of the whole thing. I don't know what he will say now. I don't know what he will say. I think what the bandits did, insurgent, what they did was just to calm down and watch this type of government. This is the angle, I think. Okay, they thought, okay, let's just watch what Tinubu will do. They have noticed that as it has to do with insecurity, he's nowhere to be found. And everything. So now they have started. They are now comfortable. I want to believe they will even be more comfortable under this administration than they were.
When we have chief of security chiefs in place.
And they have meetings, let's say monthly. That thing should be even weekly, but let's just say monthly they sit down in Abuja and discuss over what we don't know. This one has happened again. What are they going to say? Now they are saying they are telling the state government to release these people with immediate effect. How? Yes, we know the security vote and everything. Governors should even be very, very careful. That is their primary duty, to protect the people they are leading. We know that. What is the federal government doing as it has to do with insecurity in Nigeria? Like I said, the bandit, they have noticed that the government that we have now, they don't have much of as it has to do with security. Now they have attacked. Back to back, they are attacking. We don't know the next step they will go to. Pack people. Because this one is not kidnapping, it's more than kidnapping. I don't know if we have another word that we'll use to qualify this one. It is so shameful that in Nigeria we are here. We have leaders that will fly around. Last time he went to Qatar. At least he are gone to so many countries. Is it that all these countries that he has gone to, they have not discussed anything about security?
And
there?
if you want to look at the 2024 budget, Sam, you get to understand that the Ministry of Defense had the highest percentage allocation of over 27 point something trillion naira. Yet we are living with this kind of ugly situations in our country.
Where is the money? That's
kidnapping, abduction. At the end of the day, that is when you become you only react. You are not proactive. You don't wake up to the reality of things in the country.
How will you be proactive when they don't even think about the place they are in? I keep saying it. Majority of our leaders, they have places they reside where they even call home. Some of them, if they want to rest, they live here. If they want to take medication, they live here. They are just here for the meantime. you'll be surprised that every weekend these guys leave us here and travel. So why would they even think of making sure that here will be safe where they are not even staying here? A lot is happening in Nigeria. And Tinubu administration is high time he started acting and not claiming that he doesn't. See, few months from now we'll be celebrating 1 year. And everything is getting worse. It's so shameful.
Onwuka, people are saying that it is still not ripe for you to say that, okay, the administration should be up and doing within the space of time as Sam has already adduced this body.
All right, the aspect of insecurity. And let's look at our security men. Let's check the rifle these guys are using. Can you use this rifle to compete with what these bandits are using? Not that our security men, they are not doing a great job or they cannot face these people, but the aspect of, you will see some policemen, the bullet self they have, it's not even up to what they were even used to in the war front and other things. So this is the issue. But every year and there, we still hearing custom banned ammunition of that was imported to the country. So this kind of ammunition, if they can push it to the security agency, if you give these guys the weapon they want, I think the issue of insecurity will be resolved, because I don't know if I would say everything is now political. Yeah. Because I don't see a reason why some bandits will be in a particular region. And if you watch what have happened in the East in the past 3 or 2 years ago, and you would see that the issue of insecurity in the East is now coming low, because we see the president of state government setting up a rapid response team and other things, and then tax and tactical team. I think these people, they have helped a lot in ensuring that security in the East especially have reduced. But when we talk about the Northeast, even the West, they try to set the one they call Omoteco. They have done a great job, but what they are crying for now is arm. Allow them to carry arm so they can face these people.
All right, back to our discussion this morning on Standpoint, talking about March 8, 2024, International Women's Day. Of course, it is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women, but narrowing it down to Nigeria, looking within the context of Nigerian women in divergent areas. How far have they been incorporated? Have they been included in the scheme of things this morning? Of course, these and many more will form our discussion as we make welcome at this point to look at this day celebration and the place of women in governance down here in Nigeria. Is the immediate past member Isu State Constituency, Imo State House of Assembly between 2015 and 2023, Honorable Ngozi Obuefule. A very good morning to you, man. Welcome to Standpoint.
Hello, good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right, we've made it a culture recently to always find out to know how our guests usually they are. How have you been, given the current situation we are all in this country, man?
I don't understand. What do you mean by how has it been?
No, how have you been? I hope you have been okay.
Yes, I'm very much okay.
All right, that's good to know. We try to find out to know how everybody is at the moment in the country. All right, thank you. Thank you for. We have to do that. Somebody almost fought us on WhatsApp group. Just a mere correction. Day before yesterday, the person was very angry. So we don't know exactly what is happening around our people. All right, welcome. Today is March 8, 2024, and then by record it is International Women's Day. And it's necessary for us to look at it and how women have fared in the Nigerian context. You've been in different administrative positions, then you've held certain positions also. But let us have your thoughts. Looking at it holistically, what would you say when it comes to Nigerian women participation in the scheme of things in this country?
It's unfortunate that most cases people don't realize the importance of women in the political in our political atmosphere or sphere. Women tend to give more, maybe because of their nurturing instinct, and it's very unfortunate that when people are constituting their executive councils or running elections, women are really thought of. So it's there's a lot to we are having giving a lot to be desired actually. For those of us who have been political around elections, in my own case, I ran election twice, and I've been in office for 8 years before leaving last year. It's been easy. It's not in my state actually. I'll speak for my state, which is Imo State. There has been political opportunities for women, especially in the executive arm of government. Women have been accommodated highly. In fact, I would say that only in Imo State you see most of the catchment areas, those departments or commissions here thought to be the fault of men, that it's only men that can perform. That's the most sensitive answer in government. That local government administration that the governor has put in the hands of women. Mostly in other states, they only give it to men. So it depends on in each state how they govern. But nationwide, I don't think that women have really been considered like countries like Rwanda or South Africa that has given women a political positions, political responsibilities, and those countries, you can see the development.
All right,
developments in those countries.
When you say you don't think nationwide in the Nigerian context that women have been included optimally, what are the possible factors that could be responsible for that?
Anyway, running elections, there is this stupid mentality that women can't own land or properties in some states. That is the general belief that you don't own a property. So when it comes to running the election, men owning properties or having disposable things or things that they can easily dispose of to run an election, because election means three things. One is money, two is money, and three is money. And women are disadvantaged in these areas. And it's sometimes giving you political ticket, giving you a ticket to run an election does not necessarily mean that they don't look mostly at who is more qualified. The people, they mostly look at who has the wherewithal if given the opportunity to run the election. So sometimes the quality is is forgone at the detriment of financial accessibility. So I believe that looking at it, if there is a level playing ground where politics is really about the quality of the person running for election rather than how much he can use to bribe the electorate or bribe right from the primaries to the general elections, women will come to play. So that is the major issue we have in our polity, that women don't mostly have the financial wherewithal to run elections, unless where the governor decides to give you opportunity and also assist you fund the election campaign, because campaigning means a lot of money, going from state to place to get the people to key into your dreams. So I believe that if there is a possibility, the only way I very firmly believe that women will be accommodated is if the 35% affirmative action is put in place. In a case where even political parties, a political party that does not fill that 35% affirmative position will not be allowed to run to give candidates for election, even at the national election, even at the federal level, when the president is constituting his executive council, at the state level where the governors are constituting, there must be legislation to that effect. That is the only way you can have women. Parties will be forced or to make sure that they feel enough women to fill that 5% position.
All right,
if there's no legal,
go ahead, please.
If there's no legal backing to it, then that means that women will continue to be shortchanged when it comes to political positions in our country.
But there's been recognition. The 35% affirmative action has been recognized. So saying legal backing, does it need extra work?
No. Yes, it needs extra work. It has been recognized, but it has no legal backing. Just like, let me say, for example, this female genital mutilation, it has been given legal teeth in a lot of states, even including my own state, that if you can go for up to 24 years or even 14 to 24 years imprisonment for female genital mutilation. So because it has been given legal teeth, people are more receptive. People are more afraid in our villages and communities in going forward to do circumcision for female children. So the same way, we know that there is that 35%. Yes, is the worldwide, is recognized worldwide. But how many countries in Africa are abiding by that 35% affirmative action? Not. I'm not sure they're up to. Apart from Rwanda and South Africa, currently in Africa, those are the only two countries I know that are abiding by it. But other countries, go across the states. Look at the number of women in the National Assembly. Look at the number of women in our state assemblies, and you see that the women have heavily shortchanged when it comes to elected positions. And when you also look across the country in the number of people that women appointment given to women, look at the percentages. Even with the current ministerial appointments, you see the percentage of women are less than that 35%. So unless it is the National Assembly makes a law making it mandatory for parties to by force fill 35%, that 35% of their candidates in each election must be women. That is the only way that I believe that this thing will come to, that women will really come to have an opportunity to play a role in our national politics. Politics.
All right. As far as I understand, Madam, the issue of legislation to enforce women's participation in terms of giving them certain areas in the political affairs of that party, we still recognize the 35% affirmative action. If you look at internal party activities, I've not seen, I don't know if it has happened, you will let us to know, where they say that this form belongs to a man or belongs to a woman. Of course, the form is pegged at the rate of, let's say, 20,000 naira, that this one will go to a man. These are party internal activities. We also have this issue that has been going around, that power is not given, power is taken. How do you handle this issue whereby form is meant for everybody? Should there still be a legislation to still give a particular position to women? How about the thoughts? How about the school of thoughts that power is not given but power is taken?
Okay, when you come to that, for example, there are some parties. I will talk, for example, APC in my state or nationally. The advantages given to women were that, for example, somebody running for federal house, the men pay 10 million naira, and the women pay 1 million naira. That encourages a lot of women to be able to buy forms, be able to, this way women are accommodated in purchase of forms. But when you come to power is taken. That is why we have more touts in government than sane people. Because when you say that it's only the strong that will survive, that means that people wherever it's coming from, let us take it as far as I can grab it.
When you say more touts in government, what do you mean, man?
What I mean by more touts in government, so you see a lot of our most of our political office holders in some states. You see that some of them are really not some of them they have questionable characters. But nobody cares because they were able to fight to the ultimate and get and grab whatever. Some don't even have you can see somebody who is a legislator who doesn't know how to speak English, who doesn't have the educational qualifications, and he's there, he's right there, and he's a lawmaker, even in the National Assembly or whatever. So we don't have people who are enlightened, who have this, who has the what it takes, brain wise, or I would say. The mentality it takes to run these offices, what it takes. Some of them are just, they believe that going to being a lawmaker, for example, is just is something for you, something that gives you social recognition. They don't know that it's a calling. I tell people that most political positions are a calling. For example, the work of a lawmaker is a calling. For you to go there and be able to make impact, be able to assist whoever is your governor, make sure that the dividends of democracy gets to your minute local governments, your minute federal zone, and your senatorial zone is a calling. Some people just enter political offices because of what they believe they can gain from it, not because of what they can give. As John F. Kennedy said, it's not what America will give to you, but what will you give to America. We need people that will give back to the society, not people that will grab from the society, who believe that the only way they can, when the political office means amassing mansions, getting an aircraft, making money, not knowing that the best investment one can make in life is in human beings. And that is what I have seen in women across board who have been given opportunity to represent. They invest in human beings. They are not into buying houses, sleeping from one hotel to the other, knowing the most costly drinks to guzzle. They are there to give. They want to make a difference because of the natural nurturing instincts that has been given to them by God. You see that women make money. So when I say the only way our political atmosphere will get better is if that 35%, we're not asking, even if they can give 20%, as it stands in Nigeria today, we don't even have up to 10. And that is why we have so many people. A woman runs the election and she remains in contact with the people who sent her to wherever she has gone to. But a man runs the election and changes his number. Not only does he change his number, you call him 2 times, he blocks it. But a woman will pick every call and make sure that she's always there to making sure that even if she's in the floor of the house, she's talking about how to make the place she is better, not leave it better and change it from what she saw it. So there is need to make some legislation. They have been done in other countries. There are some countries that it has been done in where they included in their constitution. They included this 35% affirmative action. That is how the thing works. So I was in Iceland once. The first woman female president in the world is from Iceland. So yeah, and current prime minister is also a woman. So and you go to Iceland, you see the way things are organized. You see democracy in action in those countries where they have given women the opportunity to ascend that height of power. So I believe that there must be some changes, some tweaks in our national polity. Yes, I know when the APC was saying women should pay 1 million, men should pay 10 million. At least they're opening the doors. But sometimes it's not giving you the price, giving you that low, ability to buy your form. You can buy your form and you then end up not even going to primary, or when you get to primary, you don't have the wherewithal to, I will not say bribe, but to wet the ground to make sure that the delegates go in your favor. And our people are they don't have sense. They believe that money that you'll be given to put the wrong person to represent you will only last you that very week, even that within 24 hours. But when you put somebody who you know in your heart that will do better than the person who is flaunting the money, you know that for the next 4 years, when you see the activities of the person, you beat your chest, you're happy and say, I was part of the team that sent her to wherever he or she is now, and she's doing well. That should be our thoughts. Our thoughts should not be or in Igbo, they will say after if you go the next 4 years now, I will not see you. That is where the mentality our people have.
All right, man.
And that is where we are still where we are.
I understand clearly. I know the essential responsibility that the Nigerian women carry out when it comes to electioneering or election activities in this country. Of course, they contribute during this process. Over 51% of women participate in this process. We'll come to find out. You've talked about investing in women. We'll be giving concentration on the Nigerian government budget and then women's empowerment. It's a critical one because I've looked at it between 2011 and should I say even 2024 budget. I have not seen where it has exceeded 10 billion. But we'll get to find out how the federal government's programs and activities have been able to impact the Nigerian women generally. But that will be after this break. This is Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. Please stay with us.
₦1 million naira worth of prizes to be won. Nigeria, are you ready?
Star Rise Music Reality Show is here. Can you sing? Do you want to be the next superstar? Rapid 96.5 FM presents
Star Rise Singers Audition
for gospel singers, hip hop singers, reggae, and all the genre of music. We are searching for the sound of your city. Pick up your registration form for free at Rapid 96.5 FM off Winners Chapel Road, Ihendume, or the Native Restaurant, 14 Ojike Street, opposite Apple's Fast Food, Umahia.
Audition is live on Rapid 96.5 FM, so get ready.
Star Rise Music Reality Show, searching for the sound of your city.
Proudly sponsored by Gavice Logistics and Bull Vibes Entertainment.
The Enugu Electricity Distribution Company PLC EEDC has completed the rollover of its vending platform and now calls on her esteemed customers to go ahead and upgrade their prepaid meters with these 4 simple steps. Step 1. Purchase energy. This will come with 3 sets of 20-digit tokens. Step 2. Punch in the first 20-digit token and press enter. Step 3. Punch in the second 20-digit token and press enter. Step 4. Punch in the third 20-digit token and press enter. The units purchased will pop up. This shows your meter has been upgraded. Please load any earlier purchased tokens before loading the 3 sets of 20-digit token, as once the meter is upgraded, such tokens will no longer be accepted by the meter. The upgrade is free of charge and compulsory for customers using STS compliant meters. For further inquiries, call 084-700-100. For MTN users, call 0208-4700-100. EEDC, power to the southeast.
Justy, this one where you put your hand under your jaw this early morning, wetin happen? Your goat don die.
Holy cap, leave me oh. If to say my goat die, that one better oh. All the goods wey dey my shop don expire finish. No market. Since morning, I never say even 1 naira.
Chai! You never hear about Rapid FM Ahiana Market.
Ahiana
Market na Rapid FM program where we go help you tell people wetin you dey sell, how you dey sell am, and where your shop dey with just take only 1,000 naira kpere. We go carry your business and put am for the next level. Or your green us for phone with this number 080-6356-8266. Or you fit rush for Rapid FM Radio House behind New Government House Umahia, Abia State, Nigeria. Ahiana Market.
It's time to crank it up. We are turning it up on Rapid FM 96.5. The sound of your city.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drip. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this? And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example I may show you are leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of his family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint,
the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
You're welcome back to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. Of course, we still have in the studio Kingsley Walker and Incorruptible Sam. Still speaking with us this morning on commemorating International Women's Day. The place of women in governance down here in Nigeria is the immediate past member Isu State Constituency, Imo State House of Assembly between 2015 and 2023. Honorable Ngozi Ubefule. Ma, you're welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
All right. I was going through statistics. I realized that Nigeria government's budget with regards
radio program.
to women activities and programs. 2011, we had over 2 billion naira. 2012, over 4 billion naira. 2013, over 4 billion naira. 2014, over 4 billion naira. 2015, over 3 billion naira. Down to the 2024 budget with regard to women activities and programs. This is at the position of the national government. We'll come down also to state government. The plans and activities for Nigerian women, these plans, have they really impacted the Nigerian women? Let us have your perspective on this, man.
Objectively speaking, all the funds made available by the federal government and the state government has really not done much for women because of the political undertones these funds always have. If we are being realistic and the government is really serious about making sure that women are adequately empowered with the enormous amount of money, the billions that is being allocated for women empowerment every year, then there should be some, there should be less political input, or maybe 10% political input in it. Yes, we need our politicians. Every government in power wants to use use their members to share whatever comes from the center and whatever is coming from the state. But if we really are honest to ourselves and we really want our people to grow, our women to be empowered, all we need to do is to go through the communities with some level of participation by the ruling party, so that the community heads, these days, the royal fathers know who is who. They know there are people who are in need. So it should be a partnership between the communities and the government, not a situation where it is people that work for me that will empower. They write a list is given. Let's say, for example, an APC government will write the list of only APC members that will be empowered. The PDP women will not be carried along, while the Labour women from the Labour Party will not be carried along, and the same thing with other parties. But if we go to the communities, you will see that with maybe the local government chairman of the party executive in that state partnering with the AZs of that local government, because we are talking local government. Local government is where where you can really feel the impact of whatever the government is doing is at the local government. So if we have this kind of a sort of partnership between the ruling political party and the communities, you'll see that whatever is being brought will get down to the women. The empowerment will get down to the women. Once one wins election, you're not just talking about your political representation cuts across the status. It is both, you're going to represent both the mad people and the same people. You're going to represent people from other political status, not just people from your own political party. So once the elections are over, I believe that you're no longer on the election for the next 4 years. So whatever is going to come, you should make sure that it gets across to everybody. Because somebody who did not support you in this election, because of the benefits he derived, might likely in the next election be your best supporter. So I believe that it's very, very important for both from the state, whatever is coming from the federal to the state to the local government, where it's going to be, must have less political input, so that we can reach the people who are really in need, and so that the impact of whatever the funds government is making available, the impact of it will be seen in the lives of our women. Currently, I don't think that is the situation.
All right. In line with the International Women's Day today, what's your message to the women community in Nigeria?
My message to the women communities is that I heard my mother, that what she told me is that when growing up is that what a man can do, we can do equally good, well, and even better. That the only difference between a man and a woman are the sex organs. That, as you have pointed out, they say that power is given, is taken, not given. So what I'm telling them is that they should never back down impossibilities are only for fools. Nothing in life is impossible. That they should ensure that they also fight to be accommodated in the political atmosphere, even in the communities. You must not be in politics, but even in your communities, be present in whatever that is happening in your community, in your village, in any aspects that is you believe that you can help. Come out there and make your presence felt. If you don't say I am, nobody will come and look for you. But when you say you are there, you become a force to be reckoned with. So women should find ways to help each other, because woman to woman is, if not for women, I don't think I would have run election twice, because the first time
did women support you?
Yes, they supported me heavily.
Because we have been thinking that women don't support women.
No, women support women.
Okay.
Because without women, I don't think I would be where I am. So they should give strong support to women. They are holy women, not just looking at the money when it comes to election. Let them look at the quality of representation, what the person is going to offer. The man, you can go to a woman's house anytime and tell her your problems. But if you come to a man's house 2 times, the wife will think you're after her husband. So that is why it is very important for you to make sure that you support your women when they come out for election. So let us support each other, because women, we are more in number than the men. So why should we lose elections? So let us use our population that has been given to us by God and put quality people in office that will make our policy and the lives of our children better.
All right. The immediate past member is Sioux State Constituency, Imo State House of Assembly between 2015 and 2023, Honorable Ngozi Ubuefule. Thank you so much for your time on the Standpoint this morning.
It's a pleasure having me on Standpoint.
All right. We'll keep in touch
God
with you.
bless you.
All right. Amen. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And have a wonderful day as you celebrate International Women's Day today. All right, she got us laughing there, sir. 09160,965, 09160-333-965. Let us have your own position also on this issue. Yes, sir, she got us laughing at that point. Has it happened to you? Well,
but that's true. Even in relationships, someone will start suspecting how much more marriage. Madam, why are you here? Leave my husband alone.
All right, she said a lot of things in a way. A gentleman down there, coming from the angle that, given you want to empower women with programs and activities, you make it a one-line thing. That's where discrimination comes in. He's not a party member, he doesn't belong to this, and she doesn't belong, or he doesn't belong to this food. Well, lots of intrigues there. A very good morning to you and welcome.
Hello, good morning, Moses Ben.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes, good morning to our guests.
Yeah, good morning.
I didn't hear the voice of Incorruptible Sam.
I'm here.
Incorruptible is here.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Yes, you have said it all. We cannot overemphasize the role of women in our society.
Not at all.
In fact, they have contributed immensely to the development we have in our nation today. And I want to celebrate them personally. They are wonderful people, wonderful set of people. Now, let me talk about the issue of the economic realities and has to do with the women folk. Please, every woman has a responsibility to contribute meaningfully. Help your husband. Help the society. Let us build a formidable society that will be beneficial to everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much. 09160,965 or 09160-333-965. Then our WhatsApp number also for you to put down your message there is the 09160,965 number. Let us have your thoughts. Also, on Facebook, we can still get your contribution. But can we, at this point, she said the 35% affirmative action needs another legislation for it to be effective. When already it's been recognized, we get to see this. But what about indicating interest, showing interest too in that thing? Let's start from that angle. We don't see it usually coming from the angle of the women.
Like the 30%. Let's talk about the aspect of when it gets to senatorial position, governorship position, presidency position, we start talking about zoning. Can't we zone a particular local government or a particular constituency? Please provide us a woman candidate. I think this thing has to do with party affairs, because if the party are interested in his only governorship ticket or his only the presidential ticket or the senatorial ticket that we have to give these people, they say Eyende ba. You understand? I think it's right time for the party to come together.
All right, let's talk to our caller. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
You're welcome, sir.
Ikechukwu calling from Omaya.
All right, Ikechukwu.
Ikechukwu Kurochukwu. See, 35% women. I think our society has been great academically. The U.S. and most advanced countries in the world, like Europe and America and Latin Americans, who are coming up with their own academic standard. It is education that wising up every being. In our own religions, we too attach with religion to our politics, and these things are playing out. Signatures they are playing out. That is why you see me dominating. Clinton wife is contesting. It's not contesting because she's a woman. He's contesting because she's a candidate, highly knowledgeable, well educated. Condoleezza Rice, former Secretary of State, U.S., was appointed not because she's a woman, because he knows that is a professor of economics and security. So there's less services in our education system in this country, even our own. That is why in this country, transformer will damage, will pack it for years, because we don't have a trained engineer to man it. So most of our people are half-baked knowledge. If we are too sensitized, we must empower every human being. So far you have bred, you're a human being, irrespective of whether you are male or female, you have equal right to leadership, political leadership. I am not talking of here or pastoring the church or leading the traditional institution. We are talking elective of position that should based on knowledge driven on what you can do when you are there. There are many women who are clearly mind the NAFDAC. We see the result. Because if you use the man who they used to administer the NAFDAC, it's your sense of knowledge. You know what I'm telling you? Yeah. So, issue of discrimination, say this person is a woman, give it to them. I think you are downgrading the women more. Every woman who are taking political or any appointing position should not take it based on.
All right, round of your thoughts, Ikechukwu.
If you do that, it still negates the principle of no favoritism, despotism, and the ethnicism and tribalism. See the same thing.
All right, Ikechukwu.
So it's supposed to be based on character meritocracy.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate your contribution. A very good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Moses Ben.
You're welcome, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Sam.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, let me also greet your guest. My name is Obiden Chai, Define Levi Ifekodid, and I'm calling from Omo in Omakpara.
All right, fine.
Yeah, for your question this morning, you see, our women are not trying anymore in this country. I can remember last 30 years or 40 years ago when the women protest in Aba about bad leadership in this country. The presidents and the leaders will change the leadership in this country. But our women have layers on money. They have not doing like a woman in back there. Let them sit up. Let our leaders, the women in the House of Assembly and the National House of Assembly, speak to be the voice of the other women in the rural areas. Let them speak on so that our leaders will know what they are doing.
All right, we lost the conversation, connection rather, there with Ifeanyi this morning. But gentlemen, we've got to round off the program at this point to enable the next program roll in quickly. Sam, with regard to International Women's Day, I can see it on your face.
Yeah.
When it comes to women, I know what's up.
I love women. I love women so much, but
that was not where I was coming to anyway.
Nah, there they go.
Okay.
I love them so much, but I think they should support themselves more.
Okay.
Come out. The little place you find yourself as a woman, act, walk. Let that be a point where people will even say, look at that woman. And kudos to Madam Omiko. This is not the first place I've worked with her, from Buzz FM down to this place.
So you know her well. You know her well.
She has been a very good admin.
You know her well.
She's a good man. I'll vote for her.
You know her very well.
Very well.
Very.
Nice. Men supporting women.
Kiss Lawuka, thank you so much for your time on Standpoint.
Happy International Women's Day, and I celebrate you guys.
All right, we spoke earlier on with, of course, the former member Isu State Constituency, Imo State Assembly, Honorable Ngozi Obiefule. Happy International Women's Day. I celebrate you out there. You know, you have all it takes to ensure that you bring something positive to the table. Don't allow anybody to talk you down. You have the ability, the capacity to do that thing the way you want it, in as much as it is legal. My name is Moses Ben. Standpoint will make a return next week, Monday. Do have a pleasant and wonderful weekend. Good morning.
Rapid 96.5 FM.
The sound of